everyone, Senraikai here. Today I'm going to be watching the third episode of the second season of Made in Abyss. And last episode did a pretty good job of showcasing the kind of environment our characters are now in. Now it's not exactly a super safe environment for people, right? It's not great. We even found one of the safer places to rest, to sleep, protected with usual methods, and something still got through and messed with us, so pretty scary stuff. But yeah, we also went on a nice little exploration walk to a certain area, and yeah, we get to meet some new people, the Hollows, the existences, right? And we didn't really get to interact with them too much. Like, we kind of ended off the episode with finding their main base of operation. But yeah, just obviously some of them at least have to be from the expedition we saw kind of paralleled in episode 1, going to the same golden city that our characters are now, right? So I guess we get to see what eventually happened to them. But I don't know how much we're gonna go backtrack, like, even though we're showcasing them now, we'll probably do a thing where we show kind of bouncing back and forth, eventually meeting each other timeline wise, maybe see the moment where they become like this, or kind of the end of their expedition in a way. I don't know, but we'll see. Either way, we'll see. So let's jump right in and check all that out. 3, 2, 1, play. And I'm pretty sure we start off with the opening. Yeah. So might as well talk while it plays, but because yeah, as far as the previous expedition, we really didn't see much after they got to the Golden City. I think that's about as far as we got, really. Because it actually kind of skipped past a lot of the parts that we spent a long time with Reg and Rico on. We kind of skipped past most of that. Most of the time spent on them, screen time-wise, was just get into the Abyss itself. Like on the boat ride and stuff, So we could see a bit more of that. Maybe not necessarily in this episode, but eventually. Because they continue to show the parallels with them in the opening. There's definitely some shots here that are very, very intriguing. It's all very brief, quick shots where you can't fully tell what's going on, but it does capture your interest. I mean, it's just a really good opening. I don't remember if I said that, but Village of the Hollows. Yeah, and boy, do they look unique. This thing's still kind of lumbering around in its usual way. Everyone else kind of just watching, because probably a little bit wary of the newcomers, I would imagine. But also kind of following us. No retreat path anymore. So if I was them, I'd be very, very nervous, very worried about how this could go. Where they're taking me, what they plan to do with us. I think it's fine, yeah. Don't worry about it. Right. Because, I mean, Nanachi can see the stuff, right? So I assume they can as well, since they're also Hollows. So they know how to navigate. But we don't bite. Yeah, they do kind of seem a bit more intelligent than, Miti, whatever her name was. That's always the hope. Those things, they look so creepy. Okay, what's here though? Is it making something, or Breaking through an egg. Yeah, what exactly is it doing? I just don't really get it. Okay. Common language, Japanese. So that's the whistle, I guess. Yeah, it's chipping away at it. Saw a little piece fly. Is that a pig? I just feel like we stumbled into like a whole other world. That's how we refer to Nanachi. Yeah, like you look mechanical. Okay, that's something. At least now I guess we know why they took Prushka, and I guess she's not in danger or anything. But where are we going now? The living quarters? Okay, a market. Really wasn't expecting that. My village, I guess, has to have a marketplace. I guess those kind of go hand in hand, but never really imagined Hollows like having, currency and stuff. That's like, or like a trade system, bartering system. But like, it just, the Hollow society. I mean, okay. I wasn't gonna steal it. I was just seeing if it was worth buying. But how do I know if I wanted it before I touch it? I mean, do we have something to trade? Sell her body? I. Okay, can we maybe try something else? This sure took a turn. So how much would Rico be worth total? I'm kind of curious. Yeah, we can't just like, can't just do that. We have a goal. And, Reg already lost an arm, so. I'll sell you my hair. I don't need that. They're conversing, I think. It's all just so fascinating. It's so different than the rest of the trip in the Abyss. Like everything about how we have to handle it. Huh. Okay, they actually are kind of cute. Yeah, it's pretty much the answer I expected. Okay. Okay. Uh, Everyone has their thing, I guess. I'm not gonna kink shame. That makes way too much sense, okay. Right. Very interesting stuff. Yeah. I mean, meaty and all that, yeah. That's why she's kind of unique for hollows. Yeah, they were once a lot like you. Don't eat it, please. You're getting kind of handsy, guys. You can't have Reg either. Not at you. Yeah, I was kind of worried about this. You can't just take someone else's stuff. Didn't we talk about that earlier? That's not yours. You can't just... Uh, oh, God, the eye. You gotta pay for that. And yeah, we got yelled at for touching a letter. Little bug that just keeps flying around. Yeah, I bet. Can someone punch that thing? What was that? The balancing, what? Why would I like the sound of that? Definitely don't like the sound of that. Yeah, you maw on off. Go maw off a cliff. Hope you get balanced. Okay, I mean... I'm okay with whatever this is, probably. Not doesn't mean I want to watch it. Right, thus the balancing. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, get wrecked, you little asshole. I have no sympathy for you. Not an ounce. I hope you cry more. Maybe not where I can hear it, but... And there redistributes the wealth. No? Oh, there was need for it. I appreciate it, even if Rico doesn't. Don't worry. Okay, we're continuing, I see. Yeah, not so fun when it happens to you, is it? Oh god, it looks so gross. Yeah, good question. That's your loophole. Foreign goods. So I need more than one country. Okay. Okay. The value is bound to you. Okay, that sounds good. And there is so much to take in with these new environments. I think some people learn their lesson here. Yeah, Mandimo. Does she know their language? Well, I mean, universal language. Haniho. Okay, I guess maybe we got it across. Aha, Hanisku. Save those honeys. It's always an interesting thing to try to communicate with somebody who speaks a different language. You know, if you're at like similar levels of intelligence, because you can usually get a lot of things across if both of you have a desire to understand and be understood. Well, there's that, yeah. Okay, this looks like an abode, I guess, and an innkeeper. One. Just take whatever it costs. I'll take whatever's left back. You know, maybe some drinks. Yeah. Okay, it looks a little bit better than I thought it would. I mean, it's got indoor plumbing, sort of. I mean, the food doesn't look that great, but you know, it's something. Okay, Nanachi, no hesitation. Uh, and you know what? Just if you want it, you eat it. I, I'm not that hungry. Yeah, that's probably true. Just to have the insects buzzing around alone would kind of ruin my appetite. And yeah, there you go. Ironically, I had an insect buzzing around. I think it left. Always the optimist, Rico. It's a good thing we have that toilet, I guess. I hear a bit of a commotion. Is there something going on? Are we being attacked? Uh, hear that sound again. Yeah, Majikaja, you're the one that's our source of information. What's going on? Fabuta. Fabuta, that's a name. Is Faputa cute? That's a decent guess. Okay. Yeah, we can't do much as a group with Rico glued to the toilet, unfortunately. And also the mania thing. Man, they really are obsessed with value. It's almost like a power level, but a value level. Like, what does a scouter say about her value level? Okay, we're getting through. Well, is that Faputa? I mean, I see it like the smoke from like a cannon fire. Looks like. So that's interesting. Oh, there we go. That is like a it's like a robot. I mean, and then there's that on top of it, which is that Faputo, Princess of the Hollows. Okay, yeah, she does look a lot like her. Yeah, that makes sense. And nice transition over to these guys. Suicide Squad. Speak Japanese, please. Is it? Well, they're not hurting us, so. How much time do we have left? Not much. But I'm glad we got to see at least a little bit of these guys. Can take us to their village of hollows, or what it was like before. The area. Yeah, I guess you can kind of understand being overcome with emotion, get into this point. Because though we didn't really see much of their adventure, they went on a similar adventure as Rico and Reg. Oh damn. Well, welcome to the Golden City, guys. I hope you enjoy your stay. Look, yeah, that's probably the right look. Well, damn. That was an episode, all right. A lot to process for sure. Because as I'm watching the ED, I'm still just kind of like going through things in my head. Everything that we got this episode. Yeah, there's nothing after, right? Well, there's a little bit of stuff, but not like plot stuff. Friend is the name of the next episode. Okay, I mean, I assume that refers to Faputa. Like, which means it would be a good sign if we are able to become friends. And then, yeah, the rest of it's just the credits, right? So, nothing really need to be watched. But okay, that was the third episode of the second season of Made in Abyss. And where do I even start talking about this episode? There's just so much to unpack, right? So, I mean, one thing was made clear, that they're not out to hurt us or anything like that. We just kind of got the grand tour, for the most part, of their society. And it all pretty much looks like that with the, you know, what looks like, I know it's not, but what looks like a like a mixture of paint just splattered all over the walls. That's what it looks like. I know that's not what it is, but that's always kind of what it looks like. I mean, that would be better than what it actually is. But yeah, we did find Prushka, right, being abused, but I guess it's not really abuse. It's they're trying to make her into like an instrument, which is better for her, something like that. I didn't fully grasp that explanation, but you know, I guess there's a reason why these things are made into white whistles and all that, right? I guess that's kind of what started that tradition. Also, Iru Budu, that's the name of the place, I guess. I think that's what it said. But yeah, also Majikata, is that the name of it? Like apparently its form is like a smell that's being contained in the mechanical body, like a vessel. So rather than that being an actual hollow body, the actual hollow body can't really be like a standard body, so it's got to be contained with something else being that. So that's interesting to know why it's so different than other stuff. Kaja. And they have a marketplace. Like, that was a big thing, too. Like, they actually have a place where they exchange things of similar value to people that value them, right? And this idea of value was something they, like, really hammered home in this episode, too. We saw something very important in that marketplace. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, belongings of cave raiders. Where does she actually see the letter? Okay, right about here. She spots some paper, grabs it, which apparently is a no-no. She looks at it, because I want to go back to this part because I didn't really get a good look at the paper itself. Because it looks like a monster. I mean, I got that much, and I guess there's really not much else to see with the letter. Like, the text can't really make anything out of it. But clearly it's a monster on it. So, you want that, I'm sure. So, we try to get some kind of exchange going for it, but, you know, not really willing to auction off body parts to get it. And it's probably not going to work just to give them fingernail clippings or whatever. That's probably not a lot of value on that. But I'm sure we'll work out something eventually to get it. But we're kind of putting it on the back burner for now. We had another issue in the episode being like, what did happen next? I know we had all the hollows getting all handsy and stuff like that. How do we transition from that? Yeah, because the pink thing, you just decided it would be a good idea to crush Mania. You know, like that was so many levels of not okay. Like it bothered me more than it probably looked like it bothered me. I was just kind of in disbelief that this is just all of a sudden happening. This random hollow just grabs our pet and just tries to crush it to death. You know, with that dopey look on its face, it was horrible. But I was kind of leaning towards Mania was probably going to be okay. And it seems to be the case, although having to push like organs back in is never pleasant. But it didn't even look even more remorseful afterwards. So I was pretty angry at that thing, honestly. So I cheered up a lot once we had some like dark force of nature-esque kind of thing here that works as a balancer to, you know, balance things, because what that thing did was not okay. So I was really wanting some kind of punishment for it, right? I'm not aware. I wasn't aware of any kind of legal system, criminal system that they have here, right? So I wasn't really expecting anything. So I was really pleasantly surprised when we actually had some payback for this little monster, and I felt very satisfied as I saw it have its stuff taken from it, see it cry, see it get torn up. You know, may make me sound like a psychopath, but that definitely cheered me up. So I'm glad we got that. And yeah, luckily that was just kind of resolved. And then we were able to, you know, get lodging and stuff. And the food there wasn't the best, really, but at least they had a toilet. You know, that was kind of more than I expected in this village, honestly. So that's good, because Rico does need it. Like, that's kind of been a recurring thing for Rico. She needed a toilet in episode 1, although there really wasn't one. They had to make like a makeshift one, unfortunately. But at least they had something, right? So Riku is kind of always at a disadvantage in this group because she's like the only regular human there. We have like a special hollow and a robot boy. So yeah, she's definitely kind of alone in a lot of respects and problems that she has to deal with. But she does her best, you know. She's a tough cookie. She keeps on keeping on and all that. But yeah, it's rough for sure. And the last thing we had in the episode was basically talks of like Faputa, I think the name was, right? And at first I wasn't sure what I was looking at. Like it looked like a very big robot with like a cannon similar to what Reg has, right? We also saw something on the shoulder. I wasn't sure if that was like part of the design or whatever. But like that's two different existences, right? I don't want to say people. They're not really people, but because like it seems like a robot just having a hollow, the princess of the hollows riding on its shoulder, right? So I don't know though. I mean, technically could be connected. You really never know. But because they didn't say anything about there being two people showing up, just Faputa, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I don't know how the hell that works, but we do know who that's originated from, right? They made that pretty clear as they transition over to the previous party and get to see their introduction to the Golden City and get to be all excited about it and get to be all afraid because yeah, there's a lot to be excited about, but also a lot to be terrified about. So you got to see that expressed rather well on their faces. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see their adventure. I don't know how much we're gonna get necessarily, but I want to get whatever we can get because I'm sure it'll be quite exciting. And I think that's about all I really have to say on the episode. So yeah, just very fascinated about the overall Hollow Village and their systems and their value system, and their the way of doing things. It's very interesting stuff. Like the author Made in Abyss author, very unique for sure. I'm used to watching like a lot of isekai shows and stuff where it's all like follow a very similar basic formula. You know, you walk into it knowing pretty much exactly how things are going to work with very maybe minor deviations, and this is like kind of the opposite of that, where we just have a real attempt at making a very unique society with its own rules and systems and stuff like that our characters have to adapt to. Because it's kind of like an isekai in a way, where we have people coming from like a more normal world, something more similar to our world, to a completely foreign alien one where they have to adjust to its very different stuff. So it'd be cool if more isekai shows actually did that, had a more unique, try to have a little bit more uniqueness to them, right? But it's not gonna happen probably for most of them. But yeah, good stuff. I quite like this episode, and that's all I really got to say. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.